We have some great news on Battlefield 2042 as it gets closer to release, and some sad news on an upcoming Firaxis Marvels game. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. Battlefield 2042 is about to release in a couple of weeks, November 19th to be exact. And this game had an open beta that had some concerns for players and people kind of not very sure if this is the game that they were expecting to see. I personally played the beta and the game was fun, but like many people, I was a little skeptical of what I was getting. So, if you are one of those people, some great news. You can go ahead and try the game for 10 hours starting on November 12th, especially if you are a Game Pass user. If you have Game Pass, you will have access to this game on November 12th and be able to play for 10 hours. If you are skeptical about paying full price for a multiplayer game, in this case, if you are on a next-gen console, you're going to have to pay $70 for the game. Again, multiplayer only title. And this should give you a good amount of gameplay to get an idea whether it's worth your money or not. This also should give people an idea of how the servers work, if they have actually made improvements after the beta and address the concerns that people had when that came out. So I will personally be trying out the game during those 10 hours because I'm still on the fence if I'm willing to spend that money or not. So I believe that 10 hours of gameplay will allow me to make a better assessment on whether this game is worth my money or not. So if you're not a Game Pass player, how else could you have access to this? You can be an EA Play member. If you don't want to pay for Game Pass, you can be an EA Play member and EA Play Pro for PC. Also, if you have Game Pass on PC, you'll be able to try out the game on PC as well via Game Pass. So I think that investing on a Game Pass membership, at least for the month, is worth it to try out not only Battlefield 2042, but any other games that are coming out in the month of November and, dare I say, December. Technically, if you actually sign up for Game Pass on, let's say, November 10th, 11th, or even on the 12th, you could actually play Halo Infinite when it launches on December 8th at not extra cost. And Marvel's Midnight Suns, which is a game being developed by Firaxis, has been delayed until the second half of 2022, meaning that this game most likely won't come out until sometime, dare I say, August, even maybe holiday of next year, which really, really sucks. If you're not familiar with what Midnight Suns is, well, let me fill you in on it. In Marvel's Midnight Suns, you, the player, will take control of the Hunter. The Hunter is a character created for the game. The Hunter will lead a collection of heroes spanning from the Avengers, X-Men, Runaways, and more, as you can customize your team. Each of the heroes is going to have skills that will aid in the fight against the Mother of Demons, Lilith. So after Lilith, which is the Mother of Demons, is revived by Hydra, the Avengers revive the Hunter, which is the character that you're going to be playing, because the Hunter is the only one known to have defeated Lilith before. That's what the game is going to be. You controlling a bunch of different Marvel characters, not only the Avengers, but X-Men and all these other characters, which sounds like a pretty fun game. Firaxis posted a statement letting people know why the game was being delayed. Hey everyone, on behalf of Firaxis Games, thank you for sharing just how excited you are for Marvel's Midnight Suns. We've been thrilled to see your reaction to everything from our announcement of the game to the reveal of our card-based tactical combat. Marvel's Midnight Suns is a true dream project for the team, and we can express what an honor it is to create something new in the Marvel universe. We decided to share that we've made the very tough decision to move our launch window to the second half of 2022. We know many fans were looking forward to playing the game originally next spring, and this decision did not come lightly. We decided to push our launch because we need more time to make this the best game possible. We believe in our creative vision for Marvel's Midnight Suns and want to do justice in delivering an unforgettable adventure set in the supernatural side of Marvel. These extra months will be used to add more story, cinematics, and overall polish and will be essential in helping us make our vision a reality. Thank you for understanding. You are the best fans in the world. Jake Solomon, Creative Director, Gath DeAngelis, Senior Franchise Producer. So there you have it. This is a blow, if you want to call it, to a game that I'm sure a lot of people are excited about. I am looking forward to it. I wasn't very excited about the card-based system that they unveiled because, I don't know, when it comes to card-based things, sometimes that just jumbles my brain. It's like, oh, like what card am I supposed to use? And it just adds a lot more thinking to the game that I'm willing to make to tell you the truth. It's just sometimes how I feel about when people add card systems and you got to think about the card that you're going to use and put it in a. And while it can be fun, if it's not done correctly, it becomes this very tedious thing to use. And so that's my take when it comes to cards. And probably I'm being unfair about it because I haven't played the game, so I don't really know much about it. But still, just my thoughts on it. But if you were looking forward to this game, well, you're going to have to wait because of what we just heard. Does that mean that the game is in trouble? I will say yes and no. I mean, it is odd that they're adding new cinematics to the game because you will think that by now, if the game is to launch in the spring, that it will be, pretty close to being done because technically we're like 4 or 5 months away from the springtime. So the fact that in cinematics and stuff, that kind of tells me that they needed more in order to make the story more exciting or more cohesive, which is why they're adding more cinematics to it. The polish, that's something that they're going to be working on all the way until the end of the game, until the game releases. More story, that also tells me that there was something lacking on what they already had in place. And so my thinking is that they probably did a presentation of what they have so far in the game to Marvel or 2K, which is the parent company for Firaxis. And they were like, I think we need to address some things here that don't make much sense, because you want to make this game accessible to everyone. And if it's a strategy-based game, a lot of those games are niche games and, people don't really dive into strategy games. So having more story and cinematics makes that hard pill go down easier. So that's what I'm thinking to happen here, and the reason why they had to delay the game in order to make it more accessible to more people. What do you think about the upcoming Battlefield 2042 10-hour trial? Is this something that you're going to be doing in order to make sure that the game is up to your standards? What are you looking forward to Midnight Suns, and now that it's delayed, are you concerned, or are you like, hey, take your time, release it when it's ready? And what do you think about this type of videos where I do more than one story at a time? Answer all these pressing questions in the comment section. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.